Yo, what's going on, guys? Thanks for coming by the channel. I'm Paul. I got the Challenger here, our Hemi Challenger, and the one thing that I've wanted to do ever since I got this thing is one particular mod, and that's to get rid of this stupid looking wing. I don't know what Dodge was thinking when they put that wing on, but it is hideous. So we have a new spoiler to put on. Like the SRT spoiler is what it is kind of designed after, looking like the SRT spoiler. So we're going to lean into the SRT a little bit more on this, but I think it's a great look. Gives it a nice little sleek look, but it makes it more aggressive and not like that wing. That wing, I absolutely hate it. This shouldn't be too bad. I don't know if I've got to drill a hole or not. I probably do, so I don't think the holes are going to line up. But join me along. Hopefully this isn't too bad and we'll give a much better look to this Challenger. So let's get started. All right, so first off, we've got this black wing, SRT wing. Got our instructions over there. And these are all the tools that we should need. So got a 10mm socket, ratchet, some pry tools, a drill bits, and alcohol. Now, like I said, hopefully this isn't too bad of a mod. Should be pretty easy. I can do it by myself. But we're going to join it together and maybe bring a little bit more life back into this thing, give them a little bit more of an aggressive look, and again, get rid of this stupid wing. So let's go. You have the Challenger that I have. So mine's an 09. It talks about the screw being right there on the spoiler. Mine does not have that screw, obviously. So what I have to do is I have to remove this whole rear tail light assembly in order to get to it. So in order to get to it, there's a few screws you got to get to. So there's 4 wing nuts, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then these pop rivets right here that you have to remove in order to get this out, in order to even be able to get to the screws on the spoiler. So let's take those off right quick. And now we have these 2 pop rivets right here we got to get out. As you see, those right there. There's 2 of those, which you can see them. So now it should be able to pull out. Just gotta be gentle with it and then unplug it. Should be, is the key word here. So now that we got those 2 10mm out of that, should be able to get the spoiler off. Alright guys, it's the next day. I stopped filming because I ran into issues because that wing that we had on, whoever put that on after this vehicle was made back in the day, don't know how long ago it was, don't know when it was. I hope you step on a Lego every single time. I hope your fries are always cold, and I hope Chick-fil-A doesn't say it's my pleasure, because this thing absolutely pissed me off. Because they drilled a hole, they cut a hole and then put 2 bolts in there. So you see there's the other hole right there. But they were stripped. They were absolutely stripped. And they're rusted, so you couldn't get them off. So here's what happened. One of them absolutely broke in 2. Like, that was the only way it came off. It finally just broke. The other one was so rusted, it would not spin or twist or anything. So I had to be creative, and I had to drill a bigger hole into it. So we're about to do a little body work and see how that goes. So as you see, there's the 2 holes from this side. I've already taped it off. We're about to sand it and smooth it out. That was the one that broke. The one that did not break, that I had to get out, yeah, that's what happened. I had to drill a couple more holes to get it out because it would not spin. It finally just broke out of the spoiler. So I absolutely hate whoever did this. So now we're gonna try to sand this down, smooth it out, and then I'm gonna try to use Bondo for the first time. This is going to be an absolute disaster, but join me with it. We'll see how it goes. Luckily, wasn't too bad on this one to get it sanded down. This one, still pretty rough, but I'm gonna hope the Bondo can fill that big old hole in. And then eventually we'll probably just have to get a brand new trunk deck lid, but for right now, this is what we're gonna do. So, not terrible, but not great. So, all right, let's try to clean it up and then let's get some Bondo on it, see what happens. So check it out. After putting the Bondo, which it was the Bondo that had like fiberglass in it to help fill holes from those holes the person put in there to put that wing in there, but check it out. After putting the Bondo on and sanding it, super smooth now. The holes are filled. So now we gotta clean it because as you can see, it is covered in dust. And then we're going to spray paint it and cover it up. Because I mean, the good thing is the wing is going to be covering it up, or the spoiler is going to be covering the majority of this up anyway, so it's not that big a deal. But at least we got those holes filled so we won't have to have any leaks or anything like that. And then we're going to drill 2 more holes on the end from where that spoiler will go. And we can get rid of that stupid wing forever. But check it out. For the first time doing any kind of Bondo work, not bad. Not bad at all. So let's get it cleaned up and then we'll paint it. Alright, so we got it sanded, got it cleaned off. Time to hit it with some primer, got it covered up. And then kind of got nervous, so I put some bags down below just in case I had to get some overspray on the bottom. But we're going to hit it with the primer and then see what happens. So this is the primer I'm using. Kind of help fill any spots I may have missed as well. So let's get it. Okay, so I have to jump in here because as you see there, I've taped off these sections and I'm spraying the primer there. That is the wrong thing to do. I should have painted the entire trunk lid, but I didn't, and you'll see why here in a second because I completely messed this up and we're going to have to redo this later. So continue to watch me completely fail at this. So it's been a few days. because like anything, nothing ever goes right when I attempt to do these things. It's becoming a habit. Think it's me, maybe. But no, I messed up when I was painting, and as you saw in the video, I had taped off my painting area, but I didn't leave any room to blend the paint. So I got these terrible looking squares with edges on the trunk. So now I've wet sanded it down, got it back smooth again, and now I'm about to repaint it. So this is what it looks like after wet sanding it. So as you see now, like my area is now bigger, but as you see these lines here, that was what was showing because I had taped it off. So now it's back smooth again. So now I'm gonna repaint it. And hopefully this time it goes right. But knowing me, it probably won't, but we'll see. So I'll see you at the result. All right, so it's been several days due to storms, getting sick, stuff like that. So it's taking me a minute to show the final result here. I'm gonna show it to you. I'm gonna have to redo some things. That's already a given due to messing up painting, blah, blah, blah. Just everything that went wrong could have went wrong, definitely. But I'm gonna have to redo this eventually, sand it. But with all the storms and the bad storms I had, I'll show some clips right now just of how bad it was.
What authorities are calling a multi-day life-threatening storm across multiple states. This system already triggering violent weather.
This is a monster. And look at the horizontal rain, the wind, all the rotation inside this cell.
Okay, stop what you're doing to take a good look at this. This is a tornado caught on camera in Arkansas. You can see that huge funnel cloud swirling around in the background. The twister left behind extensive damage. It destroyed homes and knocked down trees and power lines.
Where you look, the devastation is just overwhelming. And the National Weather Service says that 2 tornadoes hit this area, although we don't know the details on those tornadoes just yet. But of course, what you're looking at here behind me is a thrift store. Now, crews have worked very quickly.
Coverage of the severe weather continues with more on the aftermath of that devastating tornado that hit Selmer, Tennessee. The twister destroyed dozens of homes and businesses and left at least 1 person dead.
I'm going to show you the final result. You can't tell when it's dirty. I'll show you that, but you can when I wipe it down. So let me show you what I'm talking about. All right, so this is what it looks like all finished up. And honestly, you can't really tell. It looks so much better with that SRT spoiler on there instead of that stupid wing we had, that terrible wing. Way better. I mean, even when you look on here, I mean, it's got pollen and as much as it's rain, you can't tell completely. You can see a little bit right there. Yeah, now that the sun's hitting it, now you can see where I messed it up. I'm about to repaint. But coming from the other angle, can't really see. Some of this pollen off of here. Alright. Now with the sun in the right angle, you can see, you know, just how it does look. So definitely tell on there, and then the sun's not so harsh and bright. You can see some of the lines, but overall, if you didn't know it, you just walked up like this, you have no idea until you're really looking at it. But it does look way better. Just look at that. Way better. So that's it for that. I'm just glad we finally got that done. It took way longer than it should have taken, just with all the problems we ran into and the things that have been done to it in the past, having to fill the holes, things that I was not prepared for at all. We're going to fix it later on down the road, but as you see, this isn't perfect. I'm just learning just like you are. So hopefully this helps along the way. But if you got any tips, let me know. Until next time, I'll see y'all later.